As you know, my opening monologue, I discussed the real serious issues that we're seeing now that we've never seen before, really, in this country, this way, where we've seen senior officials in our government, former officials from the Obama administration, lawmakers, even like Nancy Pelosi, Speaker of the House, talking about Americans in a sense like they're terrorists. You were a Green Beret. You served overseas. You went to Afghanistan, you were in Iraq, you've traveled all over the world. You focused on terrorism. I as well traveled into many of those places. What goes across your mind when you hear this kind of rhetoric coming from our lawmakers where they're saying, look, these Americans, these are terrorists. There's domestic terrorism. We have to be more afraid of Americans than we should be of Al Qaeda or ISIS or I want to hear your thoughts on that.
Well, I mean, the things, and you've covered this so well, Sarah, the abuses of the FISA court, right, which is that entity that stands between the average citizen and the powers of the state, the surveillance powers and others. I just can't say loud enough or strong enough how dangerous that is to our republic. That went on in and of itself. Right. And I know you've covered this a lot, but that is the holy grail. That's what sets us apart from all of the rest of the world where I've served and where you've been, in that those are directed at foreigners. Our military is directed at foreigners. Our intelligence agencies are directed at foreigners. And it is a very, very bright line when you have law enforcement that deals with Americans in accordance with the rule of law, in accordance with our courts, with very high evidentiary standards in our entire judicial system. And to see those start to be blended and using terms like terrorists, like domestic terrorists, I firmly believe Antifa is a domestic terrorist, but that is a law enforcement problem. Unless we begin to see foreign powers getting involved. So that kind of blending of a line is a very scary thing. And the surveillance powers, the military powers of the state are meant for our enemies and adversaries, not for Americans. Even misguided extremists or Americans that have bought into extremist ideals, that's a law enforcement problem, not a military and intelligence problem. We can never lose sight of that.